It's the penultimate matchup on the Sports IQ Showdown's ultimate NFL trivia bracket. 16 creators started in this single elimination trivia tournament, but just 3 remain as we get to our second semifinal, where we have the 1 seed Eric Eager taking on the 5 seed Hitman. Both players are looking for a berth in the final to take on the 2 seed Cleve TA, but who is going to get there? That's what we're going to find out on today's episode. So smash that like button if you enjoy along the way. Subscribe to keep up to date for our content and get ready for the final of this tournament. But for now, it's time to meet those players. In the top right corner screen, it is that 1 seed Eric Eager. And underneath myself, it is that 5 seed Hitman. My name is Jacob, and I'm super excited for the second semifinal here we have on the Sports IQ Showdown's ultimate NFL trivia bracket. These players have gone through a lot to get here, but Cleve TA awaits in the final for whoever comes out on top. So, Eric Eager, let's go to you first. The favorite to win the tournament, the 1 seed here. Is that some added pressure that makes this potentially a little bit more difficult for yourself?
I mean, I just got, I've gotten to know Hitman over the last year or so, and then I even gained a little bit more appreciation for his football acumen. Having a off air here where we're talking about Brett Favre and Vikings and the Packers and stuff. So if I was nervous coming in, I'm a little bit more nervous in defending this 1 seed here. And
Hitman, how are you feeling? You feeling confident as the 5 seed to go all the way and win this thing?
Well, Eric is deservingly so the favorite. I respect his football nerdyism more than anybody in the world. He's unbelievable. But I'm going to say I'm a pretty big football nerd myself, and the 5 seed was freaking disrespectful as hell. So if I probably should have been the 2 seed. So we got a good matchup. Eric's the favorite, but Cinderella moves on. Let's hope.
Let's see how it all goes down. It is a best of 3 on these quizzes here, and I'm excited to see how our players fare. Let's get into the first quiz. That first quiz is going to be the most regular season games with 250 plus passing yards through the 2022 season, so not counting this current season. There's 25 possible answers. The better your answer is, who has more of these regular season games with 250 plus passing yards, the higher the player will be ranked and the more points these players will rack up. Rack up the most points in these 8 picks you have in a snake-style draft format here to win the quiz. There's 3 quizzes, like I said. It is a best 2 out of 3. We did need all 3 in our last semifinal, but we'll see what happens today. Hitman, by the coin flip, 50-50, you get to go first for this first quiz. Take a second to look over the board and feel free to make that selection.
Damn, we got some throwbacks. We really got some throwbacks. And in an era where there wasn't as much passing.
Shane Matthews is a really good one.
Dude, I don't even know who that is, and it's rare for me not to know a quarterback. We are going to go with Phillip Rivers.
Okay, Phillip Rivers. A lot of games, so volume perhaps coming into play. Phillip Rivers is the second-ranked player. 24 points there. Hitman looks a bit upset with himself.
Not happy.
Feeling like he could have found one. Let's see if Eric can find the one with his 2 chances.
Okay, let's go with Matthew Stafford.
All right, Matthew Stafford, Eric's first selection, and he is the 3 seed. Didn't need the 1. You still have another chance here, but 23 points.
Played forever, but era's weird. Let's go with Matt Ryan.
Okay, Matt Ryan. And he is that 1 seed.
Ryan standing in end zone. Caught! Touchdown!
3 ahead of Phillip Rivers, 25 points. Great start for both players, but Hitman has a bit of work to do.
Let's go with Kurt Warner.
Okay, Kurt Warner is the 4 seed. So perfect through 4, both players combined. I sense a lot of pressure on both of you guys here. There's no high degree of confidence.
I told Eric, it's going to be a battle.
It is a battle so far. All right, Hitman.
Now, this is where it gets tough, though. These next 2.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, these are the big names. As we get further and further down the list and we get to the maybe lesser-known ones, this will be tough.
All right, I'm going to give you an answer in like 15 seconds.
What are
I'm
you
going to go with Dak Prescott.
Oh, Dak Prescott. Okay. All ready for Dak. Is he there? Dak Prescott, the first blemish of the day.
Oh,
the 10 seed, Dak Prescott. And that will give certainly Eric Eager an opportunity here. Only 16 points on that pick. Eric, 2 picks in a row. Pile it on.
Yeah. So, okay. So he had to play for a long time. He had to be good. I'm going to go down with the ship here. John Elway.
Okay. John Elway. Was it enough of a passing era? I think you have a chance here to take a gamble. But John Elway, wow, is the 5 seed. Great stuff. Best available. And another pick coming up.
So you can eliminate those guys. You can eliminate those guys. I hate this player so much, but he is going to be the pick here for me. Derek Carr.
Okay. Derek Carr. Is he right up at the top? Number 6. Wow. Best available once again. Ruthless stuff. Hitman. We need a couple big picks from you here.
Matt Hasselbeck.
That was going to be what I picked if I didn't pick Carr. I think
okay.
Hasselbeck's a good one.
Hasselbeck is
just so bad.
8 seed. 8 seed. Pretty good, but we're looking for that 7 seed with your next pick.
I choked on that. I can't get over it. It's like one of my golf shots. Like I choke on the 4th hole and I'm still thinking on the 7th hole about what I did. We'll go with Andy Dalton.
Okay, Andy Dalton. Where does he wind up? And that is the 7 seed. So in the wrong order, but perfect with your 2 picks here. Best you could have done. You're up by 10, but Eric has 1 extra pick with this one. So Eric, you're up.
Okay, so and how many did Andy Dalton have? 32.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this guy played forever. But he ran a lot. I'm trying. Honestly, this one might be off the beaten path, but he's he's had some. Okay, this one's gonna be interesting. I have 4 more picks.
Yeah.
I get Randall Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham. Where does he end up? And 12 seed. So there's only 2 better available. 14 points there, but that definitely is Hitman back in the mix.
How many of those 250 games were with Moss and Carter?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So many of them.
And he is throwing it back to Cunningham, the old flea picker. And open is Randy Moss, and in the end zone is a Minnesota touchdown.
So 12
he had only 12 such games in his career?
Yes.
All right, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. And he is the 9 seed. That is the best available. So good strategy there.
I was thinking about Herbert's done all that in 3 years, but okay.
So 120 to 99. Hitman, you have 3 left. Eric, you have 2 left. Let's go to Hitman for 2 more.
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson is the best available.
For sure.
Nice pick. So 2 picks left each. Hitman, you're down by 6.
And how many did Brad Johnson have?
15. So the lowest on the list right now is 12 for Randall Cunningham. So I imagine we're going to get smaller and smaller gaps the further down the list.
Let's go with Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, Trevor Lawrence. Get back in the game. Oh, boy. Trevor Lawrence, 19 seed, 7 points. So that puts you in the lead, but Eric has an extra pick. So, Eric, you can wrap this one up with your next 2. Yeah, you have 2 more.
Right? So Lawrence had 7.
Yeah, 6. Sorry,
6. So
I can't believe it's been that little.
Yeah, that
is surprising.
That number was in the 250s every week this week.
Well, remember, this is before this season. This season doesn't count.
Oh my God, Jacob, you're right. You're right. You did say that.
This guy played forever.
Game too.
This guy played forever and did have some good games. Let me take a shot in the dark. Gus Farrat.
That's who I was going to take.
Gus Farrat, 17 seed, 9 points. So that keeps the game alive here. You're up by 8, and you have 1 pick remaining each. So you still would have to royally screw up here to give Hitman the opportunity. Just running the math. So if you would have to get the 21st seed or worse to make this eligible for a final pick.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no 21st. So 22nd or worse.
Okay. He had 1 year where he snapped, the guy I'm thinking about, but then he was kind of cheeks basically the rest of his career. So I can't go with that. Actually, a lot of these guys are like that. So Let me. I don't know if that one's going to work either. He had a great year in 03.
So you need a 19 seed or better. Trevor
So he
Lawrence
needs to have had like 6 or
6 or more.
6 or more. Okay. Scott Mitchell.
Scott Mitchell. Does this wrap up round number 1 and put Eager in the lead? Scott Mitchell is the 14 seed, 12 points, which is going to be enough to put Eric Eager in this round 1 victory spot. Hitman, one last name just to see where he ends up on the list, and we'll move on.
Let's see your football acumen, and if you know who,
I'm
gonna say RoboSack.
Sorry,
RoboSack.
RoboSack. Yeah.
You don't know who that is?
Yeah, I can't help you there.
It's Rob Johnson.
Yeah, Rob.
I guess I could have.
No one's made more money off of like 2 or 3 starts than Rob Johnson.
Rob Johnson, 23rd seed, so the worst
terrible.
available, but it was just for fun there. Eric Eager, the big story, is in the lead after the first quiz, so a bit of pressure on Hitman. Let's get into that second quiz. Not sure if this one is easier or more difficult. I guess we'll find out very soon, but it is the most receiving yards in the first 50 regular season games of their career. So who got out super hot? Doesn't really matter if they fell off, but they started out hot for like 3 and a bit seasons. You've got a chance here. So Hitman, once again, by luck of the draw, is going first. So Hitman, take a sec here to have a look and fire away.
There's just a lot of names I'm considering. We are going to start with CeeDee Lamb.
Okay, CeeDee Lamb, I think that's pretty safe, but we shall see. Hopefully he's played 50-plus games. I can't quite do the math on that. CeeDee Lamb is the 3rd seed. Good stuff. 23 points. Not sure how difficult this quiz will be, but Eric, the 1 and 2 are available here for your picks.
Amari Cooper.
Quick answer. Amari Cooper is the 10 seed.
Whoa!
Small blemish.
Wow.
But important to note, Amari Cooper at 3.2K is narrowly behind CeeDee Lamb at 3.5K. So the margins here are very, very slim.
Wow. Okay. Then now I gotta strap up here. I'm gonna go with Deebo Samuel.
Deebo is the 8 seed.
So I'm just getting my ass kicked here.
Okay.
Oh,
Hitman.
Right, let's go. Right, real quick. We got Eric on the ropes. We're not giving him even a second to breathe right now. Marvin Harrison.
All right, Marvin Harrison, the 9 seed, right in between. 17.
Is it? I mean, because Marv didn't have Peyton at first, right? So that one.
Ooh.
That's why I didn't. Pick
Boy.
that one.
I
Well,
almost thought they came in like around the same exact time. What was Marvin? A year or 2 before, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So Marvin was like 97 or 96.
And Peyton was 98.
Yeah, but right. Yeah. 96, I want to say maybe.
All right, Des Bryant.
that's the one I probably would have gone for because just so hot at the start for the Cowboys. Des Bryant, number 4, 22 points. All right.
Eric's going to get me.
So, okay, so you have first 50 games. All right, I'm going to take a shot in the dark here because it's a lot. Marquise Colston.
Okay. Colston back up. Prominent in the quiz. And he is the top seed. 25 points. Back in it, just like that.
Legend of Hofstra University, Marquise Colston. I still need to perform here, though.
Yep.
I actually think this one's easy. Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, that was going to be me.
Deshaun Jackson, number 2. Wow. It took this long, but Eric comes through and finds the 1 and the 2. Massive. All right, back to you, Hitman.
Now, I have a question. Which Mike Williams is this? Because there's been like 10 of them.
That's a good one.
I can't help you.
So
I
we're
have no
guessing on the Bucks one, the Chargers one,
There's
the
two sweats
Lions
there.
one.
I
There's two sweats there,
unfortunately
man. Who the
have
player
no
is and
idea.
how good he played. There's 2 sweats.
Let's go with Roy Williams.
That's a good one.
Roy Williams is the 7th seed. So decent.
Good one.
And another pick here. Only down by 2. 4 picks left each.
My process right now with this guy, who I'm going to take, is I know he had Tebow early in his career, but then he went to Peyton. We'll go with Demaryius Thomas.
Okay, not a lot of confidence, but
I'm not
Demaryius
confident.
Thomas.
Did Peyton get there in time?
Demaryius Thomas, 5 seed, best
Not
available.
Here, they want them all. Got him at the 40. It's Thomas at the 50. Stiff arm got him free to the 30, to the 20. Thomas to the 10. Denver's going on to New England. They win it on the first play of overtime.
I had the same concern because he had 2 years with Tebow before he had.
Yep.
Snipe.
Okay,
All right.
so I gotta not up.
Pressure's
here.
on.
All right, Cooper Cup.
Coop is the 6th seed best available. And why that's significant is that there were 4 players chosen in between him and the next highest. So that's a big amount of points that Hitman can't make up like right away. So Eric, 3 picks left each. You're up by 1.
I think this one's kind of safe. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll look like an idiot. Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards is number 11. That is also the best available. So pressure back on Hitman.
You're really killing us with this Mike Williams shit right now.
There's nothing I can do.
Is it Tampa Bay Mike Williams, who's pretty good out the gate?
We don't know.
Detroit Mike Williams. Or is it LA Chargers Mike Williams?
Exactly. I know it wasn't as much of a passing era. He was there before his quarterback got there, but let me get Michael Irvin.
Okay. Michael Irvin is the best available. Good job. 2 picks left each.
Good.
Like I said, you're down by 2.
I'm surprised by Irvin there, by the way. Good job.
Let's go with Jordan Matthews.
That's a good pick.
Jordan Matthews. This is Hitman's second last pick. Will he be able
kind of like a 900-yard-a-year guy.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's going to be enough, but
there is a possibility this is
I had him in dynasty leagues. I'm familiar. Yep.
There's a possibility that Hitman will not make any more selections for the rest of the bracket. This could be it for you. Going out potentially with Jordan Matthews, and he is the second best available, 12 points. Okay, so Eric Eager does have the opportunity to wrap this up, but it won't be easy. You're down by 10 with 1 extra pick remaining. These are your final 2 picks of round 2.
Okay. Jimmy Graham.
Jimmy Graham. Back on the quiz. Jimmy Graham is the best available, 13 points. That puts a bit of pressure on Hitman, but there's nothing he can do. Eric, you're up by 3
notice
points.
how they're all like within 100 yards of each other. This is
I know. This is really hard. So let me set it up here. If you were to find, so you are up by 3 points, so you'd have to give a 3-point cushion. So Hitman would need you to find the 18th seed or worse here.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Stevie Johnson.
Stevie Johnson.
Just games against Darrelle Revis.
Steve Johnson. To wrap it up in just 2, is this the winning pick? He is not that winning pick. The 19th seed, 7 points. Okay, Hitman. Opportunity knocks. You are down by 10 points here. That is the 16th seed. 16th seed would tie it, and we'd go to the 3rd quiz. But the 15th seed would win it.
Wait, so 16 ties it.
Yeah.
So
and
what happens then? Do we do?
So we would
I have
do
to
the
win
3rd
third,
quiz.
and we do a 4th.
No. We wouldn't do a 4th. So 3rd quiz. If Eric wins, then it's irrelevant because he's 2-0-1. If you win the 3rd quiz, then we would have a final Jeopardy sort of question. You talk. You're last, so you can talk through the pick. Talk out loud. Think out loud.
John Brown. I'm not taking John Brown. I'm just talking. John Brown had those years where he was the 3rd with Carson Palmer. He was putting up some good statistical seasons. Cortland Sutton is a consideration. And I know Chris Chambers was good, but I just don't remember like how early in his career it was. Let's go with Cortland Sutton.
Okay, Cortland Sutton, 15th seed, gives Hitman the win. 16th seed makes it a tie, but we still see a final quiz. Cortland Sutton is the 16th seed. Okay, very interesting. Tied at 138. So we go to the 3rd quiz.
It was Chris Chambers. Wow.
Chris Chambers would have been the winning answer. Mike Williams, by the way, would have been 21st. So good thing nobody took him. So it's Eric has a win and a tie. So if Eric wins the 3rd quiz, just like Cleve TA, he will progressively wins that 3rd quiz. If Hitman wins the 3rd quiz, then they're tied and we have a final Jeopardy round to decide who goes to the final. Let's see if that comes into play and move to our 3rd quiz. 3rd quiz is most regular season losses through the 2022 season. And unless I'm mistaken, this is all quarterbacks. So who got beat up the most? Hitman, I'm sorry, Eric. You have to go second again in this one.
This is a tough one.
That's just funny. This one's a funny one. I can't believe I blew that last one. I had the lead big time and then fucked it up.
All right. With the first pick, I am going to go with, just based off of how many freaking games my boy played, my favorite player of all time. We'll start with Brett Favre.
Okay, Brett Favre, out the gate. Number 1 seed. Good start for Hitman. We go to Eric Eager.
Yeah, in a similar vein, he won so much though, but he did lose a lot. Played forever. John Elway, for the same reason.
Okay, John Elway is the 5 seed. Okay, Hitman in the lead. Eric, back to you for another pick.
Lots of players played a lot of games here. Let's do Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco is the 6th seed. So more for Hitman to use here, and he has 2 picks.
Got Eric on the ropes. We got to go quick. Let's go with Matt Ryan.
That's a good one. I would pick Matt too.
Matt Ryan is the 2nd seed. Hitman firmly in the ascendancy. Back to you for another pick.
Keep it going. Keep it going. I'm just going to go with a safe one. Somebody that played for a while. Let's go with Joe Montana. Safe pick.
Okay, Joe Montana. Oh boy. This guy never lost. 18 seed Joe Montana, and all of a sudden, Eric back in a great position here. God. 2 picks for Eric now.
Safe pick.
Derek Carr.
Wow. Okay, Derek Carr, no hesitation. You don't like him, then he's a 7 seed. Okay. Didn't need a ton there after that pick. You're up by 3 with the same.
We still have a bunch of people here who have lost games. Okay, I gotta get to work here. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Gotta be. Yeah, number 4. Not the best available, but a good pick. 22 points. Hitman has some work to do all of a sudden.
Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer is the best available. Nice stuff. 4 picks remaining each. Halfway point. Eric Eager leads by 2.
I'm going to lose sleep over the Joe Montana one. Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is the 9th seed. 2nd best available, 17 points. Back to Eric.
Wilson has 64 losses. Yep. Guy that played a long time, lost a lot. Played a long time and lost a lot of games. Okay, Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer is the 13th seed. So Hitman's got a chance, but Eric, another pick here. You're down by 2. Same amount of picks.
And so we both have 2 picks left?
3 left.
3 left, okay. And Dilfer lost 55 games. So if we're looking at big time losers. Oh, I got one. Neil O'Donnell.
Okay, Neil O'Donnell is the 20th seed.
He only lost 45 games.
Hitman back with the advantage. Back to Hitman.
Love this guy, Air McNair.
That's a good one. They weren't that good at the beginning.
McNair, 10 seed. Good pick. Puts you up. 2 picks remaining each. We're back to Hitman. Up by 12. Play it safe and...
Yeah, I thought I was playing it safe, taking Joe Montana, and that really worked out, right?
Rob mentioned that he regretted playing safe when he went up against Eric. So, up to you. Foot on the gas or play it safe.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
That's a good pick.
Is the best available, and there's a gap. That's a massive haul. Okay, Eric, you're down by 30, and you have 2 picks remaining. Actually, your best 2 picks would not equate to 30. If you were to find the 11 and the 12, you'd be down by 1. So this quiz is over, and we move to the final Jeopardy round. The very first time in the semifinals. Okay, so I have been sitting on a NFL pretty deep cut trivia piece. Not super deep, but I've been sitting on a trivia piece in NFL history that I heard in one of the week 1 games this season about a former player in the NFL. What I need you both to do is send me a Telegram message out of 1,000 points. How many points you are willing to risk here? So if you both get it right, the player who risks the most amount of points out of 1,000 would win. However, if you both get it wrong, the player who risked the least amount of points out of 1,000 would be the winner. Does that make sense? So if you both get it right, we go to the point system out of 1,000. So you tell me how much you want to risk. You can risk none of it, so that no matter what, like if the other player gets it wrong, you win. You can risk all of it. So send me a quick Telegram message with your
get
number.
the opportunity to answer.
I'm going to give you the question after you send me the points. You will not know the points before I give it to you.
Do we get different questions, or
You get the same question. So
Done.
Hitman's locked in. Eric Eager is locked in as well. So we go to the question. I need you guys to send me the answer on Telegram when I give it to you. So the question is, and I preface by saying I have literally been sitting on this question since before Eric's first round matchup with Zach. But using their listed field position, so quarterback, running back, wide receiver, or tight end, at the time, what was the listed position of the player that Brett Favre made his first ever NFL completion to in 1992? Okay.
What a question.
Answers are in. I feel a little bad because man has spoken very highly about Brett Favre today, but both of you were able, yes, to get the correct answer. And the answer is quarterback, because Brett Favre's first completion was to himself.
They're going to give Brett Favre a chance.
Going to complete, if he throws, his first NFL completion, and it's to himself.
However, Eric Eager has wagered 250. Hitman has wagered the full 1,000, and by putting all the chips on the line, Hitman comes through and is moving on to the final to take on Cleve TA. Now, I promise that question I've had the entire time we've done this quiz. It just so happens Hitman is a big Brett Favre fan, but both of our players did know the answer, but it was Hitman. They didn't know the question before I gave it to them, so it was putting all the chips down on the line. So that will do it for today. I think we're low on time here, but Hitman, your confidence level going to the final quickly.
That's good.
You said my confidence level
Yeah.
in the finals? I mean, I just took out Andre the Giant. I'm Hulk Hogan, and I just body slammed Andre the Giant. So my confidence level is as high as it can be. Eric's the best at this, and I just got fortunate. Some variance went my way.
Okay, guys, tune in and get ready for the final on this channel by subscribing to the Hammer HQ. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time when we have the final of the tournament.